Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm of course your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about Blitz competitiveness. Now right now, the comp scene in Blitz is actually pretty solid. I like where it's currently sitting at. On RU, the T100 LT is being absolutely spammed to death. On NA, it's all heavies. It's kind of weird and really unique at the same time how each of the different servers have their own meta. EU and RU are pretty similar, but NA and Asia are also on the different spectrum of heavy tank meta, and then on RU it's like light tanks. It's so weird how that works out, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Today's video, we are going to be talking about PC comp. Now, I do not think that mobile players should play professional tournaments against PC players. I will never think that because, let's be honest, Blitz is a mobile game, and obviously a lot of you already know this. A lot of you play Blitz on your mobile devices. So if you're playing Blitz on a mobile game and you're a professional player, it's not really fair that somebody with a PC is playing with a much larger screen, a better refresh rate, they have a better eyesight than you on their screen, and they're able to beat you because of that. There are definitely advantages of playing Blitz on PC, and the biggest one is that you can have a bigger screen and you can run the game at max settings, and max settings doesn't make a huge difference, but it actually can make a difference overall. So I do think that playing Blitz on PC does have its advantages. I also think that mobile has a lot of advantages as well, from driving to how the auto aim works. So I don't think it's a good way either time to have the PC players fighting the mobile or the mobile fighting the PC. I would like to see a separate tournament for PC players. And obviously Wargaming doesn't need to create anything big. They can just do a test. They can make a PC only tournament and they can see how many people show up for it, what the skill level is, and if people actually take it seriously. Because I would like to do that. That would be really fun. I think that Wargaming can keep a top 16 for mobile and a top 16 for PC. And I mean, hey, if it got enough traction, why can't they make a Twister Cup but for the PC players as well? Now, the reason I made today's video and wanted to talk about this is down to the sheer fact that there are a lot of PC players in this game. Obviously, not all of you are, but during my poll I made about a week ago, 45% of the players made a vote saying that they played on PC out of 11,000 people, which means that chances are half of you watching this video right now play Blitz on a PC, which isn't anything wrong with that, but I bet some of you would like to play competitive, but you don't have a mobile device. And if you don't have a mobile device, then you're like, well, I guess that's the end of my road. Wouldn't it be cool if you could play comp? Maybe nothing special, but it'd be cool if Wargaming could at least make tournaments that were for PC players, test it out, see how it works out. I mean, I'd really like to see a bit of that because there is a huge untapped market for Wargaming, and they could bring a lot more players into the game, especially because PC players tend to be a lot more competitive than mobile players. Now, I'm not saying that mobile people are not competitive at all. I mean, man, are the tournaments really competitive right now in Blitz. Super fun to watch Joker, Leverage, everybody fight this season. But I think that for the majority, as we can all agree, the most popular games right now in the world are PC games. Games like League of Legends, CSGO, Call of Duty, Fortnite. You don't see Fortnite mobile popping off, do we? So what that means is that if you could have a larger PC audience, especially bringing in a lot more competitive PC players into Blitz, especially as World of Tanks PC itself, if any of you didn't know this, Blitz right now has tournaments. As we know, you can win money in the Twister Cup. You can't win money on PC. There is no thing whatsoever of comp on PC. Yes, there's clan wars and other things, ranked battles, but there's nothing where it's like a Twister Cup in Blitz, where you actually go to a selected event and it's this huge thing. That doesn't exist. So imagine if Blitz capitalized on what PC isn't. They had professional tournaments for PC players. That's a huge untapped market. To bring people into the game, I bet a lot of PC players on World of Tanks PC would come to Blitz just so they could have a chance at winning money. I mean, why wouldn't you? So this is something that I really, really think that we could possibly try and convince Wargaming of. I don't think they'd ever do it, but I am going to message one of the Wargaming moderators and ask if this could ever be a possibility, because it wouldn't take much effort for them to create a tournament that's PC only. It's probably a little setting they can turn on behind the game, and that would be really fun to try out, because, as I said, let me know, by the way, let me know if you guys agree with this or you disagree. I mean, there wouldn't be anything to lose here. It wouldn't be affecting the mobile players. It wouldn't be affecting the PC players. It would be separate comp. I think there should be a top 16 for mobile and a top 16 for PC. And if it doesn't work out, then you can cancel it, right? It's not the end of the world. If you see that there's not enough people playing it or the comp scene for PC doesn't seem to be working, then you don't need to do it. But I really think there's a huge untapped market. When World of Tanks Blitz was first introduced to a PC platform, and this example we'll be using here is Steam, November 2016 is basically when it started to get its popularity. It had 8,000 peak players and an average of 2,800. That's not a lot, obviously, for a game, especially because these are worldwide numbers. But over the years, now 2017, we've got a peak of 12,000. Then 2018, we're sitting at 20,000 people, and it keeps going up and up and up. There has not been a single time in the past years of Blitz that the numbers have consistently gone down. This year of 2021, we've had the highest peak yet of 56,000 players. Obviously, it's gone down a bit, but that's because Christmas is the most popular time of year every year for World of Tanks Blitz. As the Blitz fares out, it gives you a bunch of good deals for tanks, and that's when obviously everybody's off work, so they want to try the game out, so that makes sense. You'll see last December as well, 48,000, then the numbers quickly shoot down. But there are more people this year at 49,000 than, as you'll see, ever in December 2020's previous peaks of 36,000. So this game is quite popular on PC. It's growing more and more every year. I wouldn't be surprised in the next 2 or 3 years if this game had 100,000 people on Steam, and mind you not, this is just Steam. You can also play the game on BlueStacks as an emulator, and you can also play the game, which I would think even has more people than Steam, on the Microsoft Store. The Microsoft version of the game runs much smoother. If you actually play this game on Steam, I would highly suggest not to. Weirdly enough, you'd think Steam would have the best operating platform for it, but no! World of Tanks Blitz runs terrible on Steam. Every time I record, it feels like it's stuck at 60 FPS, even though I've set it at 120, which makes no sense because I have a 3090. It's not like it's lagging. So yeah, I would highly suggest if you're going to play Blitz, do it on the Microsoft Edition. You can see I do it on that. The updates are quicker. It's easier to buy things because it hooks right up to your Microsoft account, which is either PayPal or whatever you want to set it to. Instead of Steam, you're going to have to buy cash and add it to your Steam account. It's just way easier. Just something as advice I would tell everybody. Definitely play the game on the Microsoft Edition. It's smoother, it's better, and it even has bundles that the Steam Edition doesn't have. Now, sure, this bundle is absolutely awful for $100, but still, it's pretty good that you can get this tank for a flat-out bundle instead of crates if you wanted to, which you can't do on the Steam Edition. So, yeah, I would highly suggest to play the game on the Microsoft Edition. It runs smoother. And yeah, because of that, I do think that already there are more people that played on the Microsoft Edition. So if you add on, let's say let's double it. So let's say 100,000 people are playing on the Microsoft Edition. That's 150,000 people already. That's a lot of players for an untapped market. That could bring a lot more in. There are clearly a lot more people that play on the PC, that play games professionally than there are on mobile. Maybe people don't want this game, especially at Wargaming, to turn towards a PC aspect because it is a mobile game. But I think it would be amazing if Wargaming could have a game that was both PC and mobile, which it already is. But imagine if you could have a huge PC following and mobile following. It would increase their sales massively. And, I mean, it would be the best of worlds for everybody. Obviously, this is speculation, and I can't say anything of what will happen to Blitz in the future, what Wargaming will ever do. Clearly, they don't listen to people, so I don't know what will happen. But this is just one of my brain farts that I thought I would talk about. I've always had the idea of me, because ever since I've started making YouTube videos, I use my PC, and it's a pain in the butt for whenever I do comp every now and then. I have to pull out my monitor. I actually use a touchscreen monitor to play PC or Blitz Mobile right now, but my old iPad doesn't work anymore. I don't want to buy a new iPad and drop $500 on that. There's a lot of people out there that don't want to do that. So it's a hassle for me, and I understand that a lot of people out there also have a really big hassle of obviously not wanting to buy a new device to play Blitz, or, just wanting to not play on your PC. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments down below. This is something I really wanted to talk about, but other than that, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.